So say you're on YouTube and you find a bunch of music that you like, for example. Now, it's all free, at least to access, you know, and that's great, right? What if you could just download it? Wouldn't that be nice? Well, if you care about legalities, there are a couple problems. Sites like YouTube don't allow downloading, or they often don't, as per their terms of use, like YouTube here. And then you have things like copyrights. In all seriousness, you should buy your music. For one thing, you can actually find what you're looking for, and for a second thing, you get a higher quality track. But let's say for a moment that you have a perfectly legal opportunity to download music. So suppose that I have a website which actually does allow downloading, like this one here, which I made myself. And it is not on the internet, which is very important here. And since it's my own site, I say there are no rules, download whatever you want. So, great. And suppose that I have something which is not copyrighted. For example, I could say anything right about now, and it's probably not going to be copyrighted. Like I could say, the Earth is flat, climate change is not real, the Illuminati, blah blah blah, the lizard people run society from the shadows, I mean, no one's copyrighted that, right? And suppose that I turn this into a video. Like this. I could say anything right about now, and it's probably not going to be copyrighted. Now suppose that I were to, upload this non-copyrighted video to my own site. And now I have a non-copyrighted video on a website which allows downloading. Here it is. I could say anything right about now. So, on to yt-dlp. So how it works is pretty simple. I take the link of the video that I want to download, and then I simply do this. It's installed as a program on my system, so I can do this, and then here it is, the downloaded video. I could say anything right about now. Now suppose that what I wanted to do was extract the audio. I could instead do this. Just pass the X option, like so. And then if I go back, I could say anything right about now. I have an audio file. And suppose that this was an actual song. I could open this up in VLC. I could say anything right about now. And then I don't want to hear myself anymore. Anyways, I could go here and then add an artist and an album and title. Easy, right? If I wanted to do this once or twice, no problem. What if I wanted to do this like 100 times? This would get really annoying really fast. What if I had a program that I just input all the links and then the associated metadata, artist, title, album, and all that stuff, and it just downloaded everything for me and inserted the metadata for me? I can do that with Python. So, first, start up a Python script. Now, before I can actually do it though, I have to download the yt-dlp module. And to do that, I can do this command here, which I've highlighted. Now, I've already installed it, but if you have not installed it, then it would have installed it. But yeah, those are the commands you'd run. And then, once I have installed the modules, I have to import them before I can use them. So, I need these 2 bits of code. And here we go. Now, how do we actually use yt-dlp with a Python script? Well, there is some handy documentation here. And one of the examples is extracting the audio, which is exactly what I want to do. So I've imported the yt-dlp already. Great. Now, I need a list of the links I'm going to download. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to call my list links to download. And the link that I want to download is this right here. So I'm going to replace this string with my link. Great. What is next? So, next I have this bit here, which is just boilerplate stuff for the formatting. And if I really wanted to know where this came from, I could just look up the stuff in the documentation. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to copy this. This is just the download options. And I'm going to call my download options download options. And for now, I'm going to keep it as this audio format. I'm going to change it later. Alright. The last step would be this bit here, where the actual download happens. So the download options in the example were called this. My download options are called this. So I'm gonna swap the name, and in the example the download links are called this. My download links are called this. And there's one fix I have to make. I have to remove this bit here, and that's because I am importing the thing directly. Now, what happens when I run this? I'm gonna first open up this in the file browser to see the file, and then I'm gonna run this thing. Hey, look at that, it downloaded. And here's the file. I could say anything right about now, and it's... So, that got the audio file. Now, I want to download it as an MP3, so I'm gonna make this change. I have to change this part here to MP3. So to do that, I'm going to remove this part here and change this to MP3. And if I run this thing, hold on a minute, I have to remove this. Okay, that's better. And if I go back here, I have the file in MP3. I could say anything right about now. Great. And the reason I know why to do this is because I just looked at the documentation. So anyways, now that I have this, what I need is the ability to add metadata. So, there's a module called music tag, which does exactly that. So first off, I have to install it. So I'm going to run this command right here. It says on the site, so that's quite handy. And open up the terminal, and then run this thing. And here we are. Next, what I have to do is import this module. And here we go. Alright, so I will not be adding the metadata right now, but I'm just going to have that part ready. So for now, this is what I'm going to do. I need to plan out exactly how I want this thing to work. So, this is how I want the program to work. First, the user is asked if they want to add download links. They're also asked if they want to exit the program. If the user does want to add download links, then they are prompted to, as well as adding the metadata for each link. And if they want to exit the program, then, well, the program exits. And all of this runs in a loop until the program exits. For the next part, I'll be setting up the basic program structure as well as working on the download function